Vikings, let's win this game. SKOL!
Attention, Vikings fans, revolution on the horizon for the Vikings? Tom Brady, with his influence and money to invest, is determined to make an irresistible offer and take J.J. McCarthy, as well as a coach from the Vikings, to the Raiders at any cost. A strategic move that, according to sources, makes sense for both sides. Could this be related to further solidifying the position of quarterback Sam Darnold, keeping him as the star of the Vikings for more seasons? Welcome. Show your Viking support by reaching 100 thumbs up on today's video. In the midst of a season, let's say, quite challenging, the Las Vegas Raiders are looking at a record of 4 wins and 12 losses. It's no secret to anyone that the team is already looking towards 2025, seeking restructuring and new strategies to come back full strength. It happens that the NFL is full of teams fighting against failure this year, and it seems that the Raiders' performance will not be enough to guarantee a high draft pick, which complicates the plans a bit to choose that quarterback who can be the new face of the franchise. Previously considered as a bridge quarterback, Sam Darnold has transformed the Minnesota Vikings into serious contenders this year. And here comes the bombshell news. The resurgence of Darnold's career with over 4,000 yards and 35 touchdowns, totaling a record of 14-2 with 1 game remaining, raised signs in the NFL that McCarthy might be a trade target in the offseason. The current speculation is that the Vikings might come to trade J.J. McCarthy. And guess who's already eyeing this opportunity? Exactly, the Las Vegas Raiders. They are considering bringing McCarthy, who has a victorious history since college times and is seen as a quarterback prospect superior to anyone expected for the 2025 draft. The Raiders would have, then, a viable quarterback for the next season, instead of relying on the luck of the draft. But what makes this situation even more interesting is the connection of Tom Brady, now one of the Raiders' owners and a former player from the University of Michigan, just like McCarthy. This reunion of Michigan alumni could have a great influence for this to happen. Adam Schefter said that Minnesota could secure a first-round pick and additional draft capital for McCarthy, which would be a victory after the Vikings selected him 10th overall last April. And Tom Brady's appetite doesn't stop here. Rumors also suggest that the current coach, Antonio Pierce, may not return after this season, adding an extra spice to this mix of changes. If the Raiders manage to bring McCarthy, they could also look to Josh McCown, the quarterback's coach for the Vikings, who has been instrumental in Darnold's development and could do the same for McCarthy. Josh McCown had a hand in the Vikings selecting McCarthy, and keeping the two together for the foreseeable future could provide the spark the Raiders have been lacking. How much will this cost Tom Brady? According to close sources, as one of the Raiders' owners, he is willing to pay, since just as a Fox host, he has a deal of $375 million for 10 years. Do you think this maneuver by the Raiders with the support of Tom Brady is possible? Would it be the way for the Vikings to keep Sam Darnold for the next seasons and still get a first-round pick and additional draft capital for J.J. McCarthy? As Schefter reinforced, leave your comment below. Your opinion makes a big difference. Hit that subscribe button to receive more exclusive news like this. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings. Let's go.